Yeah.
2, 1.
2, 1.
Wait,
Hi, everybody.
1.
Go. Hello and welcome to Do the Right Thing Total Agony. I'm producer Ben, and with me trying to do the right thing today, up and to the left. No, it's Michael Legg. Over to the right,
Hello.
It's Margaret Gabon Smith, and down and not me, it's special guest. No, wrong way. Jessica Foster-Q. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi, Ben. How
I'm
are
gonna
you?
pass the conversation on to everyone else now. But how's everyone doing?
I'm finding it hard to point.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to point down at Jess, but that isn't working, is it? That's
I
embarrassing.
can point to Jess. Or am
Go
I
on.
don't know. That's not the point. The question is, how are we?
Right.
I've had enough of this bullshit, and I want it to end.
Do you mean the lockdown or this?
Oh no! I mean,
stream?
I mean this stream of Do the Right Thing tonight. I've had enough of it. How long's it been? 18 seconds. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I've had enough.
I didn't start missing any of my loved ones until I started doing this stream.
Yeah. I've never felt so cut off from the world.
Yeah.
Just being
in the
here.
last minute and 28 seconds.
Yeah.
God, it would be terrible if this was the last straw. This was the thing that broke us all.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the last thing? Because I think
the last thing.
Yeah, the last thing that's going to make you snap. I do think it's going to be a cyclist on the footpath, and that's what's going to make me just fucking snap.
Just go.
Do you know, my dad nearly put an umbrella in the spokes of a bicycle once. Someone who was doing that. We were all like, and he told us it like it was a fun anecdote, and we were like, oh, no, that's literally.
GBH. But I yell at them.
Oh no, years ago. No, not even lockdown.
Yeah.
Rage.
I yell at them. I just go on the road, and I've become what I was. I'd say a couple of years ago, and I thought I'd calm down, but now it's all come right back again.
Oh.
And I want to kill everyone. Luckily, when I say everyone, I just mean everyone in Lewisham, because I haven't gone anywhere in the last 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Except Lewisham. Jess, you live in Lewisham.
Yeah.
Stay indoors. Stay indoors,
Well,
and you'll be safe from me.
Okay.
Fuck COVID in Lewisham. I'm the danger.
Got it.
No problem.
You would
Jess, have you
hated
been
me
wanting
as a
to
child.
kill
I
anyone?
remember cycling along a pavement and somebody doing what you do, Michael, and saying to me, "Excuse me, what are the roads for?" And I went, "Cause."
Brilliant. No.
How old were you?
Old enough to know better than that, I think. Yeah, sort of probably pre-pubescent. What a little dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. A good thing to say to people is, doesn't Mummy let you ride on the road?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing to say to people?
To real adults, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a good thing to say to people no matter what they're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an icebreaker, a confusing one, sure, but desperate times, Michael.
Just walk into a shop. Oh, does a mummy let you ride on the road?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, Danielle is still dead, so she can't join us.
No.
So we'll have to be edgy and mean on our own. I think I can do it a bit. Margaret, do you want to say something terrible?
God! I just have an urge to say something horrible about people who donate their organs. Is that
Go for it?
Stupid dead cunt. Is that what you were going to call them?
Stupid, generous dead cunts.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
That seems a bit more like a
Jess,
compliment.
do you want to say
That's
anything?
not what we're looking for here.
What is it you're looking for from me? Something edgy and
dark.
Yeah, something Danielle would say.
Oh God.
Yeah, too nice.
I've got a secret list of people who I hope get it.
That's good.
How secret is this list? And
Amazing.
by it, what do you mean?
Text me.
What did you say? By list, what do you mean?
Yeah. No. By it, what do you mean? I mean, just get it.
No,
Get it,
I mean,
get it. No.
Or COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID-19.
Because
yeah.
if it's not COVID, it means sex, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I don't want them to have
Oh,
that.
I've got a list of people I hope have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they
Oh,
do.
that's really
I mean,
kind.
trust me, there's no one on that list that has a chance of getting sex, but I hope they do.
Isn't it anal?
Almost everyone who listens to our podcast is on that list, and I know no one's going to fuck them. No one.
Please donate to our
each and
Patreon.
every one of them.
Please donate.
Go to do the money thing. Thanks, guys.
Oh, please do give to the money thing, as Bob Geldof said in 1985. Please give
at least
to the
we bothered
money
to sing
thing.
it.
If any of the people on the chat want to give us their dark thoughts, I'm very happy to.
Oh yeah, that's true. For anyone who's watching and writing
Well,
it,
someone's
if you want
saying
to
they've
be,
got a list.
oh,
Yes.
that's good. But if they want to be Danielle for the night, then you lot can be Danielle. So just be as edgy and
Film-based. Film references.
some film references.
Yeah.
And a
Some Game
really
of
fucking
Thrones.
remark about Margaret.
No, that's you.
That would be excellent.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Everyone.
Thanks, Danielle. That's the audience now.
Very
So,
good.
what's first, Ben? You're in charge, right?
Well, I'm hoping my eyebrows behave themselves better this time. I got some comments on how badly behaved my eyebrows were last time.
Oh, you're going to get really
Apparently-
self-conscious.
I gave away my inner monologue.
I don't have any eyebrows.
No, you don't.
No, they've gone, haven't they?
I used to have them. I used to have eyebrows, and they were beautiful, gorgeous eyebrows. And then I didn't even know.
I've drawn mine in. I draw mine in now. Yeah. Do you, Jess? Do you draw yours?
No, I don't
You
try.
colour yours in?
Mine are feral. I don't know if any of you have seen the series
gone at- yeah, you're too-
Unorthodox on Netflix, but I just finished it last night.
Which series, yes?
Pardon? Unorthodox
Mhm.
on Netflix, and I finished it last night, and then I went. I was brushing my teeth, and I saw that an eyebrow hair had grown there, and it was as if it had tried to escape the brow and
Right.
join the main hair.
Get to the hairline.
And
Yes.
I thought perhaps it had been inspired by the main character in Unorthodox.
Right, I had a haircut.
You're
about 2
really
years.
lonely.
I had a haircut about 2
Sorry.
years ago, and at the end of the haircut, the barber, like, you put the mirror behind my head, and he
Yeah.
went, "Is that all right?" No, it'll have to do. I'm going bald. It's I'll have to do. And he went, "Yeah, everything all right?" And I, "Yeah, fine." And then he brushed hair off my shoulders, and he said, "Do you want any product?" No, absolutely fine. And he went, "Well, that'll be that then." And then took a razor and shaved me here.
What?
Like, didn't even say, just to let you know, there's a little, just that's my head. It's not where my hair lives. It's there. So
That's-
I
do
don't
you
know
know
what
what,
the
Michael,
fuck must have been there.
I had a similar experience the first time, and then it's happened loads since that you've gone to get your legs waxed, and without asking you, without like mentioning it at all, you're like, "Oh, okay, they're doing my big toes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much." And
Keep
and
in-
also sometimes they just tuck into your tummy.
Keep in mind that I was shocked by him doing that.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that probably a year before that, I got a haircut and the barber was sick on me. And you would think I'd have some sort of practice of I'd not been easily shocked by the barber. But I tell you what, I am. I'm shocked by the barber all the time.
Was he sick down your back?
He was
on your
telling me
head?
about what a late night he'd had, and I was like, "Why is he telling me this?" He said, "Yeah, I was at the casino till 4, and it's like 9 a.m, and he stinks already of booze." And then he just barfed. And here's the worst part.
My God.
Oh, there's a worse part than being sick on. Oh, yes, there is. I tipped him. I tipped him
I know.
because I
would have
felt
done as
so
well.
bad for him, because, like, here's how I was found in the barbershop, alone with sick on me. The owner of the barbershop walked in and went, "Where's Ken?" I went, "Is Ken the guy who's being sick in the little room over there?" because he's been sick here. And he was obviously the boss, and he went mental. And I felt really sorry for Ken. I don't know if his name is Ken. I made it up. But I give Ken a tip.
But Michael, did he do a really good sort of sick haircut on your head?
Oh, it was sick.
Did he make it look?
It was actual sick.
Really beautiful.
A helmet.
No, do you know what? I was sat in the
helmet
window.
Of sick.
I was sat in the window of a barber shop, like watching the world go by easily for 5 minutes, and I couldn't move because I was under a cape of sick. Oh, you think you lot have problems? What about me? Yeah, solve that one, you lot.
People are asking if they did the mirror thing to sort of see if you liked how they're sick.
Like
The cape of sick. Do you
oh no,
what colour
my
it was?
sick's going bald. Yeah. Do I remember the colour? Yes, I do. I remember everything about it because I wasn't expecting it. I was on my way to do a comedy club for kids. Yeah. It's a good story, isn't it?
It's a good opener. Let me tell you why.
Well, you say that. I haven't spoken to that barber since.
Oh, no.
I don't think it's a successful opener.
To take us back to eyebrows, TJ Fred Smith points out that the Mona Lisa has no eyebrows, and that's just one of the many things you have in common with her. Michael.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. You're not allowed to take photos of me. I know that.
It takes your soul away, doesn't it?
And you could not afford me. And I haven't been outside in ages. Yeah.
I hope my eyebrows didn't give away my thoughts then.
You're much smaller than you look in real life.
Yeah, I'm not as impressive once you really see me.
I mean, yeah, you seem really impressive.
The amount of people who see me for the first time go, oh, anyone could do that. All right. Anyone could do this. I don't like the way you went quiet and stared at me in pity.
All of us.
I was just trying to control my eyebrows.
I'm talking to the world here. Why did you all do that?
We all went silent and stared. Yeah. I'm going to do that at everything you say now from now on.
Sure, just continue.
Doesn't Mummy let you ride on the pavements? Oh, no. I've put that here.
Face.
Pointless callback, which I
turned into our Danielle.
I genuinely have written that into my script, so I have it for next time. Anyway, shall we move into our agony aunt problem?
Yeah,
Michael, I said,
yes.
Oh, sure. I sent you a problem to read. Very timely.
You did.
This is a real agony aunt problem.
Okay, I'll read it. Thanks, Ben. Mm-hmm. Dear agony aunt, I've always had a rocky relationship with my dad and stepmom. Think they might be American. But over the past year, things have improved. Before the pandemic, they had planned a camping trip to my state in May, and I was to join them for a few days. But the national parks are now closed, and local residents have asked tourists to stay away over fears that our small rural hospitals will be completely overwhelmed. I've suggested that they postpone their trip, but they replied that people who are afraid of the coronavirus are pussies, and they'll be coming whether or not the parks are open. I know I should tell them how reckless this is, but I'm afraid that my dad will turn his anger on me, and our relationship will sour once again. How can I be direct and protect myself at the same time? Change your dress. Never be in contact with your dad again. Also, your dad's got it. So, problem solved. Your dad's got it.
By the time he gets there, they'll have it. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Dad's going around going, pussies. He's gone.
How are your parents behaving in the pandemic?
Very Northern Irishly, thank you. No, my parents are great. They want to be indoors with people bringing them food. They're old. They love indoors.
Oh yeah. Jigsaws. My parents
got jigsaws.
We've all got jigsaws. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, I love a jigsaw. My parents were sort of a bit rubbish in the very beginning. They were a bit like, well, if we don't go to this French bistro, then the virus will have won, and it doesn't really make much sense. But
Oh,
no,
wait,
they
no.
are scared enough of their daughters that they're behaving themselves now.
My dad, I've had 2 conversations with. Both were before 7 p.m. and he was so drunk he couldn't really speak properly. So he's loving it. And I did manage to catch. I've got loads of food for ages, so he's fine. Other things will kill him before the virus. My mum and stepdad, I lost all sympathy for when my mum put out an SOS about a week into lockdown because she'd run out of tahini and pine nuts. And because I was like, well, that's a fucking embarrassment, but whatever, I will send her some tahini and pine nuts. And she replied, I've already got some. She was so unashamed that counted as an emergency to her. She asked 5 people for tahini.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She put it on the Facebook group.
That's struggling really for a middle-class boomer.
See, but unfortunately now, Jessica, you've made me miss my dad just by saying that, because my dad hasn't been drinking really for months now, and he has great opinions on these sort of things, but only when he's drunk. Like, he doesn't really. He's a very easygoing guy, actually, except when he's drunk, and then it's amazing. And the last proper conversation that I had with him when he was drunk was just before Brexit. And it was phenomenal because he had the greatest bit of political insight I've ever heard. He just went, Michael, I'll tell you why Nigel Lafarge, that's what he called him. I'll tell you.
It's a good name.
I'll tell you why Nigel Lafarge wants us out of Europe. But not tonight. I can't remember. He's a great man to have on your side.
Yeah.
But did you call him in the morning and say, "Can you tell me?"
I don't want, because he doesn't know, and he won't. I don't know why he said that, and he'll just feel embarrassed.
I'm not going to tell you now. I mean, that's a real cliffhanger, though, isn't it?
It's really exciting.
See where you get your sense of drama from.
Sure. Absolutely. So, have we won, Ben?
Well, no.
I mean, I don't think any of us have answered the question, except that don't worry about it. Your dad is going to die.
No, yeah, I think by those bubbles that people have.
Yes.
Or
no.
Oh, I've seen those bubbles people have.
Zorb balls.
Sort of like Zorbs, yeah.
Right.
Buy a couple of those and either live in one or give them to
like a common hamster.
Your parents. Yeah.
That's nice.
It's nice,
I think maybe
it?
if the person's dad is the kind of person who thinks that anyone scared of corona is a pussy, then they're probably the kind of personality who you could probably keep him to stay away from you just by telling him you've changed your sort of sexuality or gender.
Oh, that's good.
Or, yeah,
but
just
then
tell him you're
might...
transitioning. Just tell him you're in some way interesting in a way that requires a change that he won't be able to handle.
Yes.
That is good.
I think it's
good.
If the yes, they seem to want to stay on improved terms with their parent, with their dad and stepmom.
That in itself is wrong, though, isn't it? Now that we've found out about the dad,
it does a bit.
Yes, you're right. Why does he want this relationship with him?
Yeah.
Can he sort of say that the coronavirus called him a pussy or something? Like, can you make something else?
Sure. Yeah.
Something else more pussyish than being scared of a disease. Do you know what I mean?
Like what?
I don't know. But the sorts of people who think that being scared of a deadly virus is cowardly, there's probably other things that they could be told is tough. Be a tough guy.
Which is a weird thing, isn't it? Because no one ever has, like, when anyone has a disease and they're dying, it's always a brave struggle. So why aren't they seeing it as a brave struggle?
Yeah.
Why is it?
Well, I think they are.
I think getting a disease.
I think they think it's they want to get it to prove how fucking
someone's got COVID-19. Yeah.
Have you witnessed anyone behaving badly in this Well, people in Lewisham, you said, right, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. I often walk dogs. I like even my neighbour's dog. I'll take mine for a walk. I let one of the dogs off the lead. Maybe about 3 weeks into lockdown, and someone was having a fucking picnic in the park. And normally, obviously, if I would see a picnic, I'd call any of the dogs over, put them on these, give a bit of respect. But during this time, no. And this woman started like standing up and trying to shoo the dog away from the picnic. And then she went, "Is this your dog?" And I went, "Yeah, why not?" And just went, "Can you get your dog away from the picnic?" I went, "Oh, it's not your picnic. It's the dog's picnic. If you bring food to the park and you lay it on the ground, it's the dog's."
Also, if that's the park that I'm thinking
fair.
of, it's a park. Is that? If it's the park that we sometimes bump into each other in, then it's the one where the whole one side of the park is covered with one of the biggest hospitals in London.
Right.
With an enormous smoking mortuary. Just to the side of it. You can't miss it. What a beautiful spot for a picnic during a pandemic.
Really,
fucking pretty.
really lovely.
Yeah.
It's so
you
lovely.
can smoke this salmon with dead body smoke from the mortuary. Delicious.
I saw some bad behaviour even early on. I'm in Catford up the road, and every time I went out for my once a day outing, I would see at least one interaction where people were definitely sort of touching hands and stuff. Either someone cycling up to a car, or like a group, kind of one person meeting two other people, and like a handshake or whatever. And it took me about a week, I think. I'm very gullible, and then I was suddenly like, "Oh, I've been getting so angry, but they're just drug deals."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's fine. I do think that's.
I think it is hard to do. That is a key worker. I think it is hard to social distance.
The drugs on the ground.
Your drugs will blow away.
You walk back 2 meters. You let the other person pick you up.
To be fair, you're absolutely right, Ben. You're absolutely right, Ben, because both those people are known to be completely trustworthy in a drugged cash transaction.
Yeah,
but also, Ben, once it's on the floor, it belongs to Michael's dog.
Yeah. Yeah, well done.
That's the truth.
Well done. Now I've got a heroin-addicted beagle. You happy, Ben?
Yes.
You
look at his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Happy brows.
Did we win?
My next prompt was, do you like camping? Which feels slightly off topic, really. But I was interested in.
No. Here's a question. When was the last time you liked camping? And then we'll figure out what the real answer is, because people say, "Oh, I do like camping." Not if you're an adult, because it's not fun.
No,
it's not
festivals.
Fun at all.
Really?
It's worth it. It's worth it. No, not when you're an adult. When you're young.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. When you're 7.
I think it's awful for 7-year-olds.
Oh yeah, I had a shit time even when I was 7 camping.
Yeah.
I remember waking up once and my tent had flooded. My Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sleeping bag was all soaked through.
Oh, I can really picture you.
Yeah.
Did you float away?
Sort of bobbing around on an inflatable lilo. All shivery.
Well, you see, I was 6 when my parents took me to see Jaws. And that was, they didn't know it was going to be that frightening, and I am scarred for life. But we were on a camping holiday in Ireland, and it was just weird going back to that like big, dark, cold tent. And you know those tents that have like rooms in them?
Yeah.
Like they've got a tent within a tent. And you go,
really
son,
glamorous.
it'll zip you up. I'm terrified and I'm sleeping in a big bag. It was awful. I'm absolutely traumatized with it. No, that's the thing. I couldn't go near water. I mean, literally, there was a tap outside our tent, and I couldn't turn it on because I'm scared Jaws would come out.
My
6.
My little sister was 7 when she saw it, and we were a bit older, and she saw it on the telly, and she came into my room afterwards, and I was a bit worried about her, and I said, "Are you okay?" And she went, "Yeah, poor George," because she thought the shark was called George.
Yeah.
And
I
she
believe
saw it as a tragic thing that
Tragic
this shark
murder
had been
of
killed.
an
It's a
innocent
tragic
beast.
murder of a lovely shark.
Wow.
Well, I
Yeah.
think once you name the fish, you're going to have a different ending for the rest of us, aren't you? Yeah,
Yes, they should do that right at the beginning.
yeah.
Name
That's why
everyone in a film.
Free Willy, right, that's Willy. So if they start carving him up at any point, we're going to be really upset. Did we win, Ben?
I like camping. Well,
You don't. You don't.
let me give you the answers. This advice comes from Dear Prudence at Slade.com, an old favourite of the show, who replies, I hope this doesn't come across as, I mean, broadly speaking, Jess especially, and I think everyone else has got all the points in the world. I hope this doesn't come across as too pessimistic, but if you're afraid your relationship with your father will sour again simply because you decline to go camping in a park that's been closed for reasons of public health and safety, then I think very little has changed, and what you'd hoped was an improvement might have merely been a lull in hostilities. I hope it makes dealing with your father's likely outburst a bit easier if you can acknowledge that this is consistent with his previous behaviour. If your primary goal is to be direct and protect yourself from an unnecessary prolonged fight, heckled.
Sorry,
all you have to do
I
is
just knocked a drum over.
pick it up. Oh my goodness!
Tiny drum.
Have you saw your whiskey bottle there?
Yeah. I live
So
with
this
small children.
This is like the jaws coming out of the tap, like nano-sized.
I'm so sorry, Ben. Carry on.
Incredible.
If your primary goal is to be direct and protect yourself from an unnecessarily prolonged fight, all you have to do is tell him that you won't be able to join them and that you're following regional instructions for social distancing and that you hope they'll do the same. You don't have to argue with them or defend yourself against accusations of being a pussy. Just tell them what you're doing and what information led to your decision. Encourage them to rethink their plans and then consider your intervention finished. Enjoy.
I really like the phrase, I'm just following regional instructions.
Yeah.
It's a nicer way of following orders, isn't it? Just whatever you do, I'm simply following regional instructions.
Yeah. Because it could mean anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty vague.
It's not crossed my mind in 4 years to not argue with someone. I just thought that.
I can see that, Michael.
No, it's not. It's never crossed my mind. Well, that's someone says something, and then the next stage is lay in.
Yeah,
right.
But apparently,
swear at them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll take your advice, but you know.
But even if it's someone who really loves an argument, is there not a satisfaction out of not giving them what they want? Which I think is what the case is here, that the father just loves.
You're asking the wrong person.
Not following regional.
Yeah.
What was it?
Instructions.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the. I'm just following local bylaws. Countryside
Nazis. I'm just following local bylaws.
This is just our way around here. We avoid COVID-19, like my grandmama did, my grandpappy. Yeah.
Ooh, took a turn.
Yeah.
I did ask people to let us know the reckless things they'd seen being done. I think we only got one response, which is wrong, I think. From username Moron, a local cafe was open for takeaway food and coffee on Saturday. I thought that was not allowed. I mean, that's just wrong, isn't it? Cafes are allowed.
Well, I've seen it I've seen a few of them.
I have as well, and I've been too scared to. I sort of want to support them, but I don't want to die.
Again,
it's a tricky bind, isn't it?
It's a tricky bind.
It's a tricky bind.
See, I live in Lewisham. I live in Lewisham, and all the fried chicken shops, and stuff like that, they're open, and I see people going in, but I'm not shocked by it because I wouldn't set foot in those places, and I think anyone who does should die
Wants
anyway.
to die.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I just think, well, you know what? I hear this greasy food's bad for you. Yeah, especially these days. But, you know, on you go.
DVD Smith tells us that takeaways are allowed, but Margaret, what you could do is just walk past and loudly shout, "I'm just following regional instructions." And,
With my hands up like that.
yes. We have a few problems from the audience to try and solve, but before that,
Okay.
it's eggy time. Does anyone have anything they'd like to plug?
I'd like to plug the fact that I've got some eggs.
Nice.
No, I won't plug that, actually. I don't want to sell them.
The reason we started a bit early tonight because Jess is going straight after this to do her podcast Hoovering on over on Instagram. Follow her there.
Instagram, so fancy.
I know we could never get in on Instagram.
We couldn't. We're not allowed.
Who books that? Who books Instagram? we gotta get a gig on there. Someone's asked, is Michael in a particularly bad mood? No more so than no more so than I would suggest any other moments of my existence. It's just you know, I don't think I'm gonna. I'm now sick of all things being trapped indoors. I'm sick of that, and I really
because you live in that one room.
And do you know what? Every fucking Thursday night, I wait for all the because I'm near the hospital, as Jessica knows, and near the hospital. I wait for all the staff to applaud me, and not one of them, not one of those selfish fucking. Oh, I'm busy and tired, cunts. Well, clap me. What? Just once, clap me, okay?
How would you know it was for you?
My road has got on Thursday nights. My road has got more and more like it's like a real party atmosphere. I really like this actually. Like it's got really snazzy. There's fireworks, not just pots and pans. Like all sorts of shit's getting smashed about. But also
like Rio de Janeiro.
It's got much shorter. I really like that. So everyone's out.
Oh, the shortness is good.
It's like, and I've had enough. So all the thanks for like big thanks and a short burst.
Yeah. I think that's really good.
Done. You can have a pan on and join in.
I shout, see you next week to try and finish it.
Okay, here's something.
See you next Thursday.
Nice. So here's the thing. I've seen this house that backs onto mine. Like it's way sort of like it's sort of around the corner, but it backs onto mine. Anyway, there's someone in one of the flats, and I see them clapping out the window. The first three Thursdays, some clap, and I waved at them, and they waved back, and I've not seen them since. Right?
Michael?
Like the light's not on. Well, I thought we were getting on. I thought I thought we were best friends.
Michael, they died of COVID-19, and you've just left them.
Oh, hang on, I have to do my face.
We're getting some bad.
That's my I've given someone COVID-19 face. Oh, butter cough. Yeah.
We're getting some bad behaviour sent through, which I'll quickly.
Oh, lovely.
I'm not sure all of this.
Well, not lovely, not good.
Distracted Dan has sent in two, one of which is horrifying. The first one is, I've seen a man strip to his underpants and jump into the canal.
What? I don't know how bad that behaviour is.
Just now?
No, I don't know how bad that is.
Sorry, this is from the same person. It might be connected. I'm not sure if this is answering the same question, but I'm going to read it out because we're missing Danielle. A teacher admitted to me she drove over a pupil's cat only 2 weeks after the child's dad died unexpectedly.
I mean, that's not about COVID, is it?
Yeah.
You misunderstand the question. It's just about COVID, not all bad things that are happening, around the world. I know there was probably an earthquake somewhere.
That sounds like it was deliberate. But say it again, Ben.
Well, I mean, I'm sort of questioning whether I should, but I will. Distracted Dan, let us know.
No, you're right, Ben. Lighten the tone by repeating it.
Okay. A teacher
It might be
admitted to
better
me.
than we remembered.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. We might just be misremembering it. It's true. A teacher admitted to me she drove over a pupil's cat only 2 weeks after the child's dad died unexpectedly.
You see, that's
Right.
fine.
Is that deliberate?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? No, he
That
said
is-
he said it was accidental. So,
Yeah.
phew.
Yeah.
Right. Well, shit happens then, eh?
No. To be fair, it's yeah.
I'm with Jess.
Yeah. So to be honest, cats.
It
just
was a
walk
wonderful
around.
memorial. Shit happens.
That's the eulogy. Shit happened.
That's the B-side to Candle in the Wind, 1999.
I'm fairly sure this must be bullshit, but I'm going to read it because it has a cat connection.
Right.
Will J. Tay says, I saw someone wanking in a bush, but he wasn't 2 meters away from a cat. And
Right.
I wonder if we're connecting the dots there.
Mm.
Maybe. Dunno.
Well, yeah,
meters
they do
away
say
from a
that
cat.
cats carry it, don't they? That's what they
They
say.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So
that right?
don't wank near cats. You should know better.
A friend of mine once told an anecdote where he said,
Oh, I hope
Which
that
sort
was
of
the
end-
anecdote.
no, he said he ended up wanking in a bush near someone he fancied.
Oh.
And it was one of those things where everyone was like, that's good. And then everyone was just like, oh no, I don't. But I don't know whether the cat would make it better or worse.
I don't even think it makes it particularly worse that it was near someone he fancied. I think I don't know, if you get caught wanking in a bush by anyone, you
Even
know
a
what?
cat.
Unless it was someone notorious.
What if the cat
Like,
that the man was wanking near was the one that was then run over from the bereaved child? Imagine.
I mean, I think
the
that
last
was
thing
the
that cat
implication.
saw.
this
that
is a
man's-
great. This is a Netflix series. If we link it all up, Netflix.
That is a cliffhanger, an episode.
Mm.
It's,
Just to make it more of a drama than a
Secret
comedy,
Lives
Distracted
of
Dan
Cats.
has given us a follow-up, and the kid who's in her class mentioned the cat in every piece he wrote. So,
oh no!
But not the dad.
No.
Yeah, rude.
Well.
Hang on.
Well, you know.
yeah, there you have it.
There you have
This feels like an apt point to say, if you want to donate to the
Please
show,
give us some money.
Sure.
there's a link. There's a sort of twitchy link down there somewhere, but also dothemoneything.com if you're feeling flush. But it's just fun.
Don't put a but you know in
Go
there.
on then, sell it better.
No. Go on, Michael.
No, I mean, we have put our heart and soul into this.
And my eyebrows.
I had to go up a flight of stairs.
Yeah. And listen,
Ben had to
guys,
do his eyebrows.
there is some really bad content out there at the moment, guys.
Yeah,
So-
and we're somewhere in the middle. Okay, we're not like this isn't good. None of us are saying it's good.
No,
wouldn't
come
like
on,
it.
no.
Not good.
No.
But have you seen the shit? It's not the shit.
So
But
much
it's
shit.
not. But it's not good.
Not one of us has tap danced. No one's got a ukulele out. None of us have cried.
No.
No.
And
I've
by the
wet
end of
myself
this-
twice, but have I fucking even blinked about it? No.
No, you haven't
When I
stood up
piss
to reveal
myself,
that, which is...
I do it like a man, okay? I take it on the chin. Oh, hang on.
Ooh.
Either way, I carry on.
Piss on your
'Cause I'm
chin.
a professional. Yeah, sometimes piss on my chin.
Piss on my chin.
Yeah. money panic.
Nigel Lafarge.
It's like being on the phone to my dad again.
Yes. It's,
I pissed on my chin, Jess. But I've got a lot of
Cancel our
food.
holiday in July.
What
Yeah.
is your dad's number? I need to.
Oh my God, let's ring him. Let's ring him. Come on.
No.
No.
well, I'm sure the.
We're
the
not
viewers-
Russell Brand, don't worry.
Oh, talking of which, Jonathan
Russell
Cobb did
Brand.
just say, "What do you call a man wanking in a wanking in a bush?"
In a brush.
I don't know.
Russell.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
It's
good.
a joke. It's a joke.
It is. It's good.
I mean, it's
What
better
we've
than
done.
anything.
If you had a sort of cat surname, it would be better. Russell
Cat surname.
Catnear.
Russell Meerkat. Russell Feline Shaker. Now we've learned how a real Agony aunt does it. Is this the right moment to do this? Let's see how we deal with some problems from tonight's audience.
Great.
Samantha over on Facebook has a knotty problem. I have an issue I'd like the panel to resolve. I'm in South Korea and have been in isolation since February. This has led to a tendency for a couple of drinks at night. I also have previous history of walking and talking in my sleep. How do I convince my husband that the random conversations I have at night and the random kitchenware that turns up in the living room is a poltergeist and not me being stir crazy or pissed all the time?
What's turning up in the living room?
Kitchenware. That seems to be how her walking in her sleep manifests itself, moving kitchenware to the living room.
I thought you said kitchen wheel, and I didn't know what
But
one was.
why would you want to solve that problem? That's a brilliant problem to have. What an amazing thing to wake up every day and go, I wonder what I've done. What mad thing have I put in my living room?
That's precisely the variety we need, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I know that when my family go to bed, I get up and move everything around so that there's loads of things on the floor for them to trip over in the morning, and that's just how I'm enjoying my lockdown time.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they want.
I don't really understand why they want to solve that problem.
Yeah,
I think their husband.
Problem.
I think their husband might be really straight and
leave the cunt. Leave the cunt.
But you can't during lockdown. So what do you do until then?
Then he has to get over it, or else it will happen during lockdown.
Maybe this is all like a decoy, and it's a very elaborate way that they just want to leave their husband. They're trying to get their husband to believe in poltergeists or talk openly about a belief in poltergeists. So you can say, well, they're tapped. We've had a catastrophic fallout. I'm moving to my friend's house to cool off for a few days.
Oh, you see, I mean, because the whole letter sounds a bit like she's written it to show her husband that she's not, having an affair with some utensils or something.
Either that or she's bragging about being productive even in her sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, fuck these people.
I'm not that productive, just moving the forks to the living room.
Yeah.
But
I dream of that level of productivity.
Yeah. But I know this is well-trodden territory, but my dreams are entirely the most fun part of my days at the moment because I'm having very vivid dreams. And every time I wake up in the morning, for about 10 seconds, I've forgotten that everything is the same. So the dreams are very different every night. And actually to sort of make that manifest physically so I can actually get up and leave myself surprises around the house. would be good.
Right.
Are your dreams exciting then, Ben?
Yeah, well, they're pretty weird.
Oh, God, my dreams are so hack and naturalistic. They're like a really bad soap opera. Yeah, they're really unimaginative. You what?
But is there some drama? Is it like a soap opera?
Yeah, there's some drama, but it's all like, in
kitchen?
terms of anxiety dreams, it's no sort of question marks about what they're about.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing when you find out how hack your subconscious
I had a dream
horrible.
that I had a dream that my partner was moving into a flat with their ex-partner and that they were moving in, but they had to share a room and a bed. But they said it'll be fine because when you come round, they can just budge up. or maybe sometimes they'll go out, and I was like, and they were like, it was like, well, I'm pretty sure it's on me to be cool about this.
Wow.
But at least that leaves you a bit. You can feel relieved when you wake up that you don't have to be cool about the budging up.
Because that's the thing. Like Margaret and I and our friends, The Trap, and our friend Zoe, we were going to do a show based on dreams that we had. Because we went through this phase, didn't we? All of us. We were just having mental dream after mental dream. I mean, the one that I always remember that mine was that I dreamt that I'd left 3 apples at the BBC. 3 apples at the BBC, and that was my dream, right? And the thing is, I was getting texts and phone calls and emails from friends going, I heard you left 3 apples at the BBC. Are you okay? And then
I'm so sorry.
the dream ended with our friend Jeremy phoning me and going, "Listen, Michael, I'm at the BBC right now. I can collect 2 of your apples, but I can't get the 3rd.
Haven't got room in my bum bag.
No, have not got room. Don't get 2.
Yeah,
Good
the other
drink.
one was it you that was 2 frogs in a can?
3 frogs in a can.
3
Yeah,
frogs in a can. So
I
it's
dreamt that
3.
there was this. I dreamt exactly. No, oh, there's something in it. There's not. I dreamt that there was this product on the market that everyone knew about. Like it was as famous as Coke. It was called 3 frogs in a can, and I was working in an office, right? I was working in an office, and one of my coworkers. One of my co-workers just went, I'm going down to the canteen. Do you want it? And I go, yeah, can I get 3 frogs in a can? Yeah, no problem. And then they came up, and it's like a Red Bull can.
Yeah.
Like that shape. And then they put it down and I went, cheers. And I opened it, and 3 tiny frogs jumped out. And I felt completely relieved and refreshed.
Refreshed.
I needed that.
Oh, God.
It's a shame that 3 frogs in a can doesn't exist, because I felt great.
If anyone,
But the,
and I say this knowing a graphic designer is on the chat, if anyone wants to design a can for 3 frogs in a can, I would love
Human
to see it.
hairballs.
Oh, yeah.
Human
Red-
hairballs just said Diet Croak, which is very
Oh, nice. Nice.
I just felt really
Yeah,
refreshed.
I want someone to make up that can. It is a Red Bull shaped can, so someone
our
make
friend-
up a- but don't
our
force
friend
3 actual
Paul-
frogs into an actual can.
No, don't do that. Our friend Paul Litchfield had a dream, which was, this is in the days before Bruce Forsyth had died, where Bruce Forsyth was singing, just singing a ree-ri-roo, a ree-ri-roo, a ree-ri-roo for ages. And then a little bird fell down from the ceiling tweeting, tweet, 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 tweet. And then he went, oh.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Yeah, you're
on
right,
stage,
Ben. The
though.
best times in life are when you're asleep.
Yeah.
I'm saying, at the moment,
It's
there's
this
the variety.
upsetting awake moment. Ugh,
No, but what
God,
I've
God.
been doing, is been reliving a lot of old trauma
Dreams.
and rejection. No, not dreams. Because I think
in a
I've
fun
got
way, or in an awful way.
No, not in a fun way.
No.
Well, no, I've just been I think because nothing is happening, I'm raking over when some things happened. So I found myself crying about a boy that rejected me in 1994. And I'm really feeling it. And my poor husband was just like, okay. And I'm really over it. Like, I put this on Twitter and people were really sympathetic. And I wanted to say, I'm not really upset about it. I did get over it. But just somehow I've gone back. It's horrible.
So many things are emotionally upsetting now that a couple of weeks ago I woke up with a trapped nerve in my neck and it was agony. But for 2 days, I loved it because I wasn't inside my own head for a bit. I've never been happier to be in agony. It was like, ow, ow, ow. And I didn't cry for 2 days.
Yes, because have you ever had that thing where you've got an itch where you're not allowed to scratch it?
Yeah.
So you pinch yourself really hard somewhere else. Have you ever done that? It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Can I just try and fit another problem in? Because I know, Jess, you've got to go in
solve
about
something out.
5 minutes. Well, no, but I think we gave Samantha lots of good advice there. And DVD Smith, who came up with some good stuff last time. Well, a bit. He said, don't worry about
I can't
it.
remember what the problem was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But we can say that for any problem. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, don't worry about it.
Shit happens.
Who did you kill? Don't worry about it. You ran over someone's
Are
cat.
you a
Mummy, don't let
pussy?
you ride
Then don't
on the
worry
road.
about it.
Yeah, just mummy.
It's some advice. Put a cowbell around your neck was one thing he suggested. Train yourself to leave a series of riddles if you as you leave stuff around the house, and then you can Alaka it every morning. Treasure hunt.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, that's nice.
But that's not gonna help her husband get over himself.
That'd be
That's
fun
the
though.
real problem.
But
We should do that for each other.
what Jess said about a trapped nerve, I'd like to go to Lynn's problem, please, which having a trapped nerve in your neck might solve. Lynn says, I'm not really enjoying the new normal. I'm at home with my husband, our adult daughter, and our cat. I can't go shopping, as all the shops are closed. I can't shop online, as my husband will know how much money I actually spend. I need stuff to distract me from my internal monologue. What should I do? And you're saying, Jess, intense pain.
Self-harm. Yeah, self-harm. Physical self-harm.
Excuse me, Jess, aren't you one of the... You're one of the guilty feminists, aren't you? I think you need to be a little bit more responsible with your advice.
But pain.
Fuck.
Don't worry, they're not watching this. It's fine.
You've done it, Margaret. You've done it. Are we bound by the code for life in every other comedic endeavour? Self-harm, but don't do it in a way that's racist, sexist, homophobic. I want you to...
No, I think self-harm itself isn't good.
Intersectional. I'd prefer
yeah,
that.
and only
that is what I meant.
nerves. Yeah. No,
No, I just think a little bit of harmless, light physical pain does distract a little. But I do think that, I mean, all my other advice is similar. It's self-harm, but in ways that are socially allowed. Drink more, eat so much that it numbs the pain.
I feel like starting arguments is, sort of...
Michael?
I was thinking today about how bad... Yeah, exactly. It's what Michael does. But how easy it is to cause massive problems. Like, just in a few words, you can say to the people who you love most, you can actually ruin their lives just within seconds.
Yeah.
So, and that's been tempting.
How often does this happen to you, where you just think, oh, do you know what I could do? I could go to the swimming pool. Oh, no, I can't. You just think of things that you can go. Oh, do you know what? I'll go to the library that is closed. That's basically all it takes.
Oh,
and when I do go for a walk,
pictures and get them for it. No, I can't.
Oh no, I can't. Yeah, exactly.
It is just home.
I was sure that there was.
Really?
I was sure there was only 3 pubs near me, but during my little walks, I've seen so many pubs that are near me that are closed that I think just came about during lockdown, so I could see more closed pubs.
I'm sorry that it's not exactly on theme, but I just slapped a fly.
Ooh.
Did you? Did it die?
I slapped it.
Was it male?
It's done some walking and it's it's flying again now. It's fine.
Michael, I've got something to confess along those lines. I killed a fly the other day, and I felt terrible about it.
Yeah,
did you?
No, I know, but it was really annoying. But
here's one of my all-time pet peeves.
Right.
No, let me tell you all of my pet peeves.
Okay.
No, we haven't got time.
Oh God!
That's one of my all-time pet peeves. You know when like someone dies? That's not my pet peeve. I'm fine.
I don't think pet peeve is the right phrase ever for that.
God, that gets on my wick. But when some guy, and he was lovely, wasn't he? Do you know what? He wouldn't hurt a fly. Who the fuck hurts a fly? What psychopath goes?
Lots of people.
I didn't.
No one hurts a fly. You didn't mean to hurt a fly. You swatted a fly.
No, it's instinctive. If a fly comes near you, you just sort of go like that.
No, I don't. I go.
What do you do, Michael?
Well, because I'm. Yeah, I try to fuck it. Because you know the fly, the move that happened to me, and luckily the only thing that changed was I have a fly penis. So if I find a fly with a human vagina, and so far I've only found 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Michael, if there's a fly buzzing around the room you're in, do you let it be, or do you try and help it escape?
I let either one of those two. I
try to do that.
Yeah. I'm really into nursing bees back to health. I like to think of myself as bees' mums.
How do you do that? Because I drown them by mistake. Whenever I've tried to do that, I've given them some sugary water. I put some sugar in water.
Yeah, don't put it in the toilet. Put their head in the toilet and keep flushing with sugar.
No, I have tried to do that.
Put a tiny bit of sugar and a tiny bit of water on a spoon, and then you put the bee next to the spoon.
Yeah.
And then
what
it
have
likes
you been
it.
doing?
And when it comes back for more, you can really put the prices up.
And then, fuck it.
Then they're fucking addicted. You fucking got them alive.
Well, they've got their little face in the sugar water. You come up behind them. You take down.
Where's my money? Where's my fucking money? And then they go, "Oh no, this is a sting," and we all laugh.
Oh. We can't end on that.
Is that your catchphrase?
We can't end on that. I like it.
Is that our advice for Lynn? How to distract her from her internal monologue?
Try and fuck a fly.
Yeah,
just try.
Try
and fuck a fly.
I saw a picture of some school children in the 19th century, and apparently they used to try and teach them to swim, but just in the playground. So there's just all these kids lying on their fronts. So maybe you could do that. Go out in the garden and teach yourself to swim.
That would be really bad as a parent if that's how your child drowned. Oh no! I'm
really would be bad
from their land swimming.
Yeah,
just not fooling anyone.
Well, Jess, you have to go because you're going to start hoovering very shortly. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Who's joining you on hoovering today?
It's a lovely bloke called Michael Chakravarti off the last Bake Off.
Oh, yes, I know him.
He's a puppet. Yeah.
So they go to if people want to go over and follow you onto there, it's your Instagram, yes, Jessica Foster?
Yeah. No, it's on at the Hoovering Pod.
Oh, at the Hoovering Pod.
Yeah.
Pod.
Cool. Pod.
Good.
Oh, look, DVD Smith saying thanks, Jess. That's nice.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You don't get that unusual guests where people say thank you one by one.
Everyone say thank you one by one. Everyone.
Come on, everybody.
One by one.
Good. Thank you, Tim. I love this. I'm going to do this every time.
Thanks, Liam. Thanks, Hurricane Rob.
Hang up. Is that all right?
Yes. Thanks, Jess.
Yes,
no,
rude.
It's all right. I'll copy and paste it. Send it on. It's fine. Right, we'll go. Shall we go? We'll go.
Thanks,
everyone.
Thank you so much. I know. Who was she? Who was that?
Bye.
Bye.